You can take any card.
Do you want kids?
I absolutely want kids, but sometimes after nannying for like 6 or 7 hours, I'm like, not for a while, you know?
Yeah, I can't wait to have kids. I have the name for the first one down.
What's the name?
Stavros. It's a Greek name.
Okay.
Not like a funky celebrity one, just like, oh, that's Stav. Like, that's cool. Like, my kid's Stav, I feel like. I can't wait to put myself onto these kids. It's going to be great and terrifying. Yeah.
For me, I want kids too, but a thing that I am like so focused on is me being like financially stable enough for me and a kid. You see, my mom had me at 17. I know I couldn't do that, and I'm gonna be 19 soon, so I just want to make sure that I can take care of me and my kids. That's really my biggest thing.
I do want kids, but I need my partner to be fine with having a queer kid, a disabled kid, especially since a lot of disabilities like autism and cancer run in my family. So I need to have the strong foundation, and if I don't, then I don't want a biological kid.
It's important because, you know, if you don't have somebody by your side that you can love, like, it's going to be a real burden tackling children.
What are your biggest concerns about having kids?
I don't know about the biggest fear, but I just feel like there's so many ways you can fuck up a kid.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of fears. I'd say the biggest one is just like, I want a big career where I'm traveling a lot, and I have had to deal with abandonment issues in general because of my father and mom leaving. So my grandparents took over, and so I'm afraid that with choosing my career, I can't be there when they need me most.
I think probably that would be one of my biggest fears. Not being there for my kid and like making him feel isolated, that would be really sad.
I think my biggest concern is like when I was a kid, like I was like really bullied a lot, and if that kid tell me like they're getting bullied or something, like you would feel so helpless. So just like protecting that kid at all costs for me.
My biggest worry is that I just wouldn't be a good parent. I mean, I love my mom to death and I love my dad to death, but there are times where they didn't show up when they should have. And so I'm afraid that I'm going to mistreat my kids the way I was mistreated.
Well, for me, my dad, he immigrated from Guatemala, and he's learned English over the years, but there was this barrier between us where our languages were different. The way that his dad raised him was incredibly harsh, and he didn't know how to emotionally connect with me. So I just need to make sure that for my kid, I'm a sensitive person. They can come to me with whatever problem they may have.
My biggest concern is like what you guys just talked about is like the cycle of like abuse, whether that's mental or physical. Because at the end of the day, like you are your environment. Like you can try as hard as you want to, but those things that happen in your household or around you will stick with you.
Yeah.
What do you think your life will look like if you don't have kids?
For me, I don't think I would be too like disappointed. My mom always told me like put yourself before others, and having a big career is something I want for myself, and I just feel like I like owe it to myself to do like my best.
And I've already thought about what my life would be like without having kids because when I was a teenager, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is the main cause of infertility. And honestly, I feel like I've come to terms with the fact that, hey, this might not be a possibility for me.
I've never really thought about not having kids. No one in my family has really had a history of infertility issues.
But it's definitely a possibility and not something that you really talk about until it happens. But I just really feel like it would be a lot of grief to get over. I feel like it'd just be a missing puzzle piece that you'd really have to like navigate and prepare for. And that scares me to know that like you don't know if you can have kids yet or if you're capable, so hopefully.
Do you feel pressure about starting a family?
Yeah, I think that my parents would be shocked if I didn't have a kid.
My mom's like, oh, you better give me at least 2 grandkids. All the time I spent giving birth to you in the hospital room alone. I'm like, you know what? You do have a point.
So for me personally, I don't feel the pressure to have kids. I think my parents just are pressuring me to make sure that I'm not broke. You know?
Yeah, I don't think there's any like family pressure, but there is a lot of cultural pressure. Like Hindu and like Indians are like, the culture believes that you should always have kids after the age of 30 at least.
But also, maybe it's just also like societal.
Yeah, I think that it's just kind of like expected. Like you graduate college, you get married, you have kids and stuff, and it's like been the normal.
But you can't always live off of, oh, you should do this and you should do that, because like it's your life. Like you should do what you feel is good for you.
Do you think there is such a thing as a normal family?
Yeah, no. I mean, so to think that we come from normal families of people that are all like in some way perfect or normal, no.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a cookie cutter family, only that look of a cookie cutter family.
Yeah, I mean, normal family back in the 50s would be like, you know, depressed mom and abusive territorial husband. That was normal. Was that good? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, normal doesn't necessarily mean good, because normal is just like whatever you've been conditioned to all your life.
And like you can't really help how you grew up and like the situations that you're given.
So I think it really does depend on who you ask and like what they grew up on.
Yeah, and I think family can be built, family can be found. There's no such thing as a normal family. Yeah.
Yeah.